All right, so this is Seasick. For whatever reason, I've always ended it with what is that? The Singapore sling. Okay. Hi, my name is Gary Longoria. I have been yo-yoing since 1997. So the first trick I learned as a yo-yoer, like trick, I'm trying to think of what that would be, because I learned the basics, of course, like learned how to throw it down, learned how to do like a forward pass, probably rock the baby. Like, I don't know, man. Like it's one of those things I haven't thought about in so long that when I think about it now, I'm probably rewriting history in my own mind. I have two go-tos for tricks, to do it for yo-yo tricks. Number one, gotta be Seasick. Made it up a long time ago when I was a little kid. Now I think of myself as a little kid back then, but yeah, I was probably like, what, 13 or 14 when I came up with that. Paul Escolar actually helped me name it and kind of work out some of the finer details. Let's just say that in my room. But yeah, so Seasick and then brain twister combos. That's all I'm known for, man. So those are my bread and butter. That's all you need, right? Bread and butter. Yeah, that was based off of me misinterpreting the instructions for a chain reaction on Ken's World on a String, because he had a diagram for a chain reaction, right? And it was, you know, the basic stuff. You go like this, then you're supposed to flip it over. But he had a line, he had a sentence in there that said, chain reaction can be done continuously. So I don't know. I thought about it, I was like, oh, you can do it. So like I started like dropping it. And then eventually I came up with that kind of punching motion. And I used to watch myself like at night, try to do it like with a glow yo-yo or like a light up yo-yo. And I noticed it looks like an L. So, yeah. The Bay Area, and specifically Alameda, Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, those kind of cities, was definitely a hub of innovation for yo-yoing in the late 1990s. So, myself and Paul Escolar and David Capurro, we've all been yo-yoing together for a long time. There was a contest, a Omega contest that happened in Alameda. That's where we met Dave. Dave said he had a yo-yo club, but it was kind of disbanded or something or other. So we started meeting actually at our high school, Encinal High School. So yeah, it was, I don't know, there was just a lot of good players around this area, and there was a lot of younger players. Like, you know, back then I was like 13 when I started yo-yoing, where, you know, me and Paul were around that age. Dave was like, you know, 18 years old. We were young and we were just learning how to do stuff and learning, you know, the internet was big at that time too, like just coming up. So I think that helped kind of fuel the innovation, because we were learning stuff off video sites like Ken's World on a String. You know, there was the Infinite Illusions had their catalog, and there were videos that you could buy. So I don't know, I felt like we were given a lot of tools to try to innovate with. We could see what was done before, and we were just trying to take it to the next level. And I went through that too now, right? Where people, the next generation after me that became competitive, you know, they were looking at our stuff and then taking it to the next level. So it's progressive and it's like exponential, the amount of skill. So I feel like now the stuff we were doing back then is so basic, but at the time it was like, wow, like there's all this cool stuff that you can do. I have a greater appreciation for the players that came beforehand when they saw us coming up, and why they thought things were, I don't know, so difficult or like took so long, because I'm in that same boat now. Like, it takes me forever to learn anything. But I realize now too, when I was at the peak of my innovation and I was with that hub of innovation of people, like we were yo-yoing like 8 hours, 12 hours a day, you know? Hard to do that now as an adult. So that kind of motion. And then, I don't know, I think Paul came up with the name Seasick, and I was like, yeah, let's call it that. I don't know. They were, you know, 13 at the time, 13 or 14 at the time. So it seemed appropriate. But yeah, but then Rock the Boat eventually became, I can't even do it, but that's like the little sideways version of Seasick. So that's the Rock the Boat version.